All right, so I don't know if you can see, it's building.
Yep,
It'll
I'm
take
at
a bit.
10%.
All right, we are now live.
Okay, good day, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good first day of INFOCUS. I'm Jeff Erickson, and with me today is Keith Sholes. We're going to go through the J-Edwards product roadmap and where we're investing in J-Edwards and moving forward. Want to thank everybody for attending. Keith and I were talking. We thought we'd do something different this year. Instead of by flying somewhere, we do a virtual event, something nobody's done for the last 12 months. So, but we do appreciate everybody attending. We appreciate Quest for adapting in these times to have this user conference and do it virtually, because we do like talking to our customers, and this is a key event for us. So as we move forward, our agenda today is really threefold. Want to follow up on what Lyle and Paul were talking about on industry trends and how J-Edwards ties those industry trends. But more importantly, spend the bulk of this session talking about how we're innovating in the product and how our customers can leverage that innovation. Finally, it is a big week and what the key takeaways are in that area. So again, I want to tie the keynote from Paul and Lyle to our investments. We see a couple key industry trends, and I think it's important for our customers to understand those industry trends and how our product innovation is tied to those industry trends. So we really, just at the highest level, see two key industry trends. The first one, I would say, is not a new trend for the J-Edwards product team, but more for the IT industry overall, is really being customer-centric. The days of when a vendor would go develop product, go away, really go to market, kind of throw it over the wall and say, there you go, customers, take it, we're going to go back and write new code and do development, really has changed. It's a joint partnership between customers and vendors now to, one, build meaningful, compelling product that solves business needs, but also ensuring customer success with with that software. Having done this for a while with J-Edwards, I would say our culture has been built on being customer-centric. We have always had a great history of working one-on-one with our customers to ensure their success, listening to them, getting the requirements into the product, but getting them to leverage the product, ensuring that we're solving their business problems. So I think for us, it's always been a key component, but we've been taking it more seriously now. The second area that we see is really in the area of digital ERP. And through the keynotes and the roadmap sessions over the last multiple years, you've heard us talking about how J-Edwards is transforming itself into a digital ERP. So we're moving from being a record-taking system where people move to ERP to have standard processes, get all the transactions into a single source of truth, but now doing something different with that, leveraging technology to transform processes, leveraging things like IoT or machine learning to transform the way you work and be competitive within your specific industry. So again, these are two key industry trends we're aligning our strategy to. And then we see three other building blocks that make up or that support those two major trends that we see. The first that both Paul and Lyle talked about is this model of continuous innovation. When you looked at the ERP industry 8 to 10 years ago, releases came out every 3 to 5 years. Customers had big bang implementations that were a year, 2-year projects that needed special board approval funding. And then the vendor would go away and write new code and deliver it 5 years later. Well, that model really missed the dynamic changes in market, dynamic changes in technology. And so the industry has really moved to this continuous innovation model where we, as JRs, are listening to our customers all the time and delivering the software on a quarterly basis to meet the dynamic business changes. And let's all be honest, the last 18 months have been very dynamic business changes for all of us. Second one is for our customers to have a continuous adoption model, to leverage that to transform and do things differently. The second piece is really moving to standards-based. This is really critical in a very continuous innovation, continuous adoption model, because at the end of the day, being standards-based removes friction and cost out of the systems. So standards goes all the way from the infrastructure that you're running on, all the way to the software and integrating the software with different solutions. By having things standards-based, it allows our customers to easily leverage new technology, new business standards as they come up very rapidly. If I look at this from a Jared's point of view, and we'll talk more in our product investment area, how quickly we are able to leverage Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. How quickly, from a Jared's product point of view, we have customers leveraging process automation, IoT, bots, mobility. Being standards-based is a driver for innovation and adaptability. And the third area that Lyle mentioned is cloud. Cloud is a real thing. It's symbolized by agility, speed to market, and our customers are leveraging cloud. We have hundreds of customers who are running on cloud infrastructure, and that is a growing number every month, and getting the value out of standards-based cloud infrastructure and the scalability of that, but also leveraging PaaS services to do on-the-glass development, to transform and interact with customers and suppliers. And at the top of the tier is leveraging cloud apps to have new capabilities that don't exist in products today and can very quickly and easily stand those up and leverage that investment. So we see innovation, standards, and cloud as supporting that customer-centric digital ERP strategy across the industry. So what's Oracle doing in this area? The bulk of today's session, we're going to focus in on that middle box, which is JDR's investment, of what we're delivering in product to address business challenges and to fulfill the requirements that our customers come back to us with, and how we can partner together to solve those business challenges. But Oracle, besides JD Edwards, has other areas of investment that I'm sure everybody's heard about. First one is cloud infrastructure. And to us, cloud infrastructure is more than just the CPUs and the memory and the networking for cloud infrastructure, or OCI. It's also autonomous database, autonomous Linux. It's Visual Cloud Builder service, content and experience that sits on top of that. Other components that sit on that cloud infrastructure that our customers can leverage. And as Lyle said, we've made a major investment in having JD Edwards, besides run on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, but have automation for that infrastructure. So we're reducing cost and complexity for our customers and with that infrastructure. And as you'll hear more about this week, it's a key component for our mobile strategy and how our customers are leveraging and being very digital in the area of mobility. The last box is cloud applications. We see customers leveraging cloud applications at a higher and faster rate. And this only makes sense. Lyle mentioned Enterprise Performance Management, or EPM. We've had customers using that solution for multiple years to consolidate multiple instances, ERP instances, or multiple JDRs instances to report financials. We have customers using talent management to extend and have better HCM solutions. manufacturing planning to extend the core JR supply chain capabilities. Again, lots of capabilities that our customers can stand up very quickly, get additional capabilities out of their JR's investment, and then because we are standards-based, easily integrate into that. So again, we want to make sure our customers are leveraging that full portfolio of Oracle's investment. And the rest of today's session is really going to see how we're doing that and what other customers are doing within that investment area. So with that, Keith, why don't you take it away and say what we're doing on the continuous product side.
So actually, Jeff, I think what we're going to do is start a poll here first. So we wanted to get a sense of, the tools that everyone is using to leverage to stay current with JD Edwards. So I think you can see the poll. 4 options. Are you using learnjde.com? Are you using Oracle support? Using partners, social channels? Love to get your feedback on the types of tools that you're using. So we'll give it a minute and wait for the results to come in. All right, I can't see the results in process, so let me just end the poll and then maybe I'll be able to see the results. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So it looks like we have Oracle support coming in number 1, followed by learnjde.com, partners, and social channels. Interesting, good results. I'm not surprised that Oracle support is your first probably go-to place, and followed very closely by LearnJDE. That's fantastic. That's what we'd really look for. And of course, you guys are heavily relying on partners as well. They do a great job of working with our customers. And social's good at 11%. That's great. I think you guys can do better. But great to see the results there. So as Jeff mentioned, we've been following this continuous innovation model from a development perspective for quite a number of years now. So let's jump in and kind of take a look at what that investment looks like. Start out with the strategy. So from a strategy perspective, our strategy is to optimize, transform, and automate your JD Edwards. Now, this probably sounds familiar. We've been talking about this for, quite a few, or last couple of years. And so, at this high level, our strategy has not changed. First, of the key areas, it's to optimize the JD Edwards applications that you use to run your business. This is where we enable applications to meet your business requirements. Simple as that. Second is to enable those applications to be the core of your digital initiatives. So this is where Jeff and his team has done a fantastic job of building out this digital platform that a lot of folks are using. And then finally, it's to simplify and automate everything to do with infrastructure. And this is really where we strive to continually lower the total cost of ownership for JD Edwards. So we're going to dive into each of these 3 areas. We'll start in the area of applications. So JD Edwards really is differentiated by our applications and their ability to support business requirements. It's over a broad range of industries, broad range of customer shapes and sizes. And we're really very successful with that. Now, our vision is, really to listen to our customers, to eliminate customer pain points. And we do that by optimizing business processes, simplifying user experiences. Some examples, you might be able to relate to, just as simple as reducing the number of clicks or the number of forms that are required to complete a transaction. A lot of work that goes on in this area. or enabling customer-defined configuration that sets the guardrails for a process. A lot of work on configuration and adding more flexibility into our solution. Or it could be providing easier access or better access, quicker access to relevant information when you need it and where you need it in the applications at the point of process. All adds up, and I think even Lyle mentioned this at the close of the keynote. It makes JD Edwards applications easier to use, more powerful, more comprehensive, all in the support of your businesses. Now, within our applications, we focus in 3 areas. First, it's on protecting your business. Here we're focused on, it's really about making it easier for you to operate in various markets, various countries, various localities, geographies, industries. And we do that by, delivering things like country-specific requirements, our localizations. We support, ever-changing global accounting standards. And we pay attention to, evolving industry standards like, things like OSHA, FDA, and others across the globe. Next is in the area of working to help improve your business. And this is really a great area that I'm really excited about, that we are really, I call it hyper-focused on customer-driven product improvements. A lot of you may have received emails from my team over the last year where when we start working on enhancements that you've requested through SRs and through enhancement bugs, we send out a notification, say, hey, we're starting to work on this. Any feedback, any input, and here's an awareness. Get ready to take this and adopt it. And then we send emails out to say, when it's available and let this feature is available and it's ready for you to download and adopt. So a lot of investment going on in this area. And really, my point is that we're listening, to your pain points. We're delivering those productivity improvements, that focus on, user experience, simplification, eliminating these non-value add manual steps. Another big focus in this area is really around delivering configuration. In a lot of cases, that allows you to eliminate customizations and maybe clumsy workarounds. We love when we can do this. Obviously, eliminating customizations makes it easier for you to apply patches and updates and new features and things like that, and stay current. And lastly, is our help to future-proof your business. Our goal here is to make it easier for you to take advantage of new business opportunities, leverage new technology. And we've done a lot of great work here, and it's focused on, if I step back, I'd say we've always focused on, delivering very integrated applications, across the system that offer flexibility and configuration and personalization, give you the ability to change. It's not too rigid. But we also look kind of at future and your business opportunities and try to anticipate where we can help support those. A great advantage would be like taking advantage, or a great example would be like taking advantage of joint venture opportunities that might come your way. In addition, we're focused on the latest technology to deliver engaging interfaces, whatever that might be, that, help simplify and empower users to make their jobs easier, like visualizing data on maps or calendars or Gantt or structures or charts, whatever it might be. So that's kind of the vision of the applications. So let's take a look at some of what we've been delivering and what we've got planned. If I start at the top left for the area, in the area protect your business, this is really a continuous stream of work that we deliver on. It's all driven by legislative regulatory changes from around the world. And there's never a shortage of work in this area. And we actually have a dedicated team that monitors the stream of work and continuously delivers updates to support this area. An example of something that we've done here that affects everybody is the global lease accounting standards came out a couple of years ago. Affects pretty much every customer in every industry around the world. And we delivered a solution to be able to meet those new accounting standards. Our biggest area of investment has really been in this area of improving your business space. As I mentioned, we're very driven by your requests, very tuned in to the stream of requests that come in every week, every month, and we've done a ton of great work here. In fact, by far the biggest area and the biggest set of enhancements that we deliver falls in this grouping. There's automation, there's configuration, there's simplification. It's all great stuff. And a good example is something we delivered recently: support for order level pricing and procurement. This is where we leverage advanced pricing to automate the capture of supplier offered order level discounts. So it's a huge improvement to, from manually having to capture these discounts, keep track and capture the discounts on your own. So it eliminates those manual calculations, it eliminates mistakes, missed cost savings. It's all good stuff. And, we've also, continuing on this path where currently the Scrum team, or that Scrum team that is working on this, is working on using advanced pricing to automate the capture of volume level discounts in procurement. So say a supplier offers a discount if you order like 1,000 pallets during 2021. So we'll track your progress toward that level, and as soon as you meet that level, we'll automatically capture those discounts once you reach that 1,000 pallets. So a really great automation simplification type of enhancement we're working on currently. And I also really like the work that we're doing to support future proofing. An example of a great feature that we added was joint venture accounting or joint venture management. This is really geared toward managing partners of joint ventures. It's built within financials, and it gives you, the ability to define the divisions of interest for a joint venture, to allocate those costs and distribute revenues. As a matter of fact, we have a customer that's presenting this week on their success with that feature. And currently, we've got a bunch of work that's in the hopper, where we're working toward delivering more graphical UIs in a number of different applications to make it to give users a better interface to be able to do things like scheduling and defining relationships and being able to locate location-based things on a map, for example. Those are just a couple of examples, but there's a ton of UI work that we are currently focused on. Now, individually, 9.2 has got a ton of enhancements. They all add value, but interestingly enough, taken together, they really do add up to more than the sum of their parts. Now, an example, if you step back and think about it, look at it, is financials. So the iterative enhancements that we've delivered in 9.2 in financials contribute to a faster financial close. Goodness for everyone. If you look at this, as you can see, we've delivered, enhancements, improved user experience, simplification, automation across or all along this entire business process. Ends up, giving your accountants a better UI with UX1. Issues are easier to resolve, faster to resolve. Jobs run faster. There's significant performance improvements in related jobs in this process. There's a lot of manual steps that are automated, and really it all contributes to significant improvement with 9.2. I just call this out as an example. There's similar stories in many other areas. So where are we taking the applications to next? Well, you've seen our investment over the last few years, with UX1, UI, and enhancements that simplify and improve processes, like I just mentioned, like the financial close. So now we're looking to take that a step further and embedding intelligence into those processes and applications. We feel like if we can leverage machine learning, we can deliver an intelligent user experience that provides input and suggestions within the application. So we're really talking about augmenting the user, and augmenting their knowledge into the business process. And this augmentation, will obviously lead to improved decision making and can even lead to further automation. So think of something like, the procurement use case that I've been kind of talking about here as we go along. Think of the system offering purchase volume suggestions, based on that, meeting that level of 1,000 pallets. So let's say that the user's in there entering an order and they enter 500 pallets, and the system says, do you know that you're just 550 pallets short of that discount level? Do you want to, order 550? And as you can imagine, the system can learn from that, get better and better, and over time, those suggestions, maybe not in that specific situation, but in other use cases, can turn into automated actions based on the system getting smarter. I think the possibilities and use cases are pretty darn exciting to think about. It's a lot of excitement in our teams that toward working in this direction and delivering these types of solutions. As we've done in the past with things like UX1 pages and notifications and orchestrations, we'll likely deliver some out-of-the-box embedded analytics, as well as a framework where you can extend and tailor your business processes and use cases. Now, as I mentioned, we've delivered a lot of application enhancements, 9.2. They provide a lot of value to customers across a pretty wide range of industries. And we are lucky enough to have a number of these companies here this week presenting sessions that highlight the value that they're getting from JDWorks applications. Highly recommend everyone take in these sessions, learn from their experience, gain ideas on how to move your organization forward. And definitely want to give a shout out to these customers that have stepped up and prepared presentations for the conference this week. All right, and I think that takes us to the second poll. Let me launch that. So this poll has to do with, with areas that you're leveraging, 9.2. So for 9.2, are you leveraging new application enhancements? Are you leveraging the extensibility framework? Are you leveraging UX1? Are you leveraging new system admin tools? So I'd like to get your feedback on that. So I'll give that a minute to get those results. All right, again, I'm kind of flying blind because I don't see the results as we go, but give it a little bit longer and I'll end the poll.
So Keith, right now the two leaders are application enhancements and UX1.
Yay!
They're neck and neck. Extensibility is third, and then new system admin tools are last. Again,
All right,
fairly close on the top two, and the next two are fairly close.
All right, I think that means that we're hitting the mark, Jeff. Across the board, customers are using what we're delivering, so that's good. A good story.
Okay, so I'll be the first one. I'll say it so nobody else will feel silly this week. Sorry, I was on mute. Let me start over again. So everybody can say that without having to feel like they're the first ones at the conference to say it. So thanks, Keith. So, I think I want to echo what Keith was saying. The team is doing a lot of great work in the area of application optimization and really driving customer-driven improvements, but also driving new business models with the feature functionality that's coming out in each quarterly release on the application side. So if you're not aware of those things, please stay up to date with what's going on, and more importantly, start to leverage it and start to share your success stories at INFOCUS or INFOCUS Deep Dive come this fall. Second area of investment that Keith mentioned really is meant to support that application optimization in the area of digital transformation. This is a key component for our digital ERP and really driving new ways of doing business. We really see this falling into two major areas. First one is the ability to easily adapt and leverage new technical capabilities, but then also be able to do it without a whole army of developers to go do it. So within this area, we have three major areas of investment. First one is user experience. And we've been working and changing the user experience every year as the industry changes. So our focus here goes into two major areas. The first one is be able to have a simplified experience for the traditional back office ERP users. So all of our customers have the majority of their users as what we consider a traditional user. And what we've done in this area is really streamline that the user experience and allow, more importantly, them to tailor it for their specific needs to optimize their productivity and get the most out of the system. But we're also really focused on the user experience for the non-traditional user. That's really the ability for people outside the back office, either employees who are out in the field, who are not in the office or on the shop floor, to interact with the system and get information in the JDRs and out of JDRs to drive their efficiency and improve business processes. That could either be through mobility, that could be through bots, it could be through a watch. It all depends on the circumstance. So again, we're focused in on that user experience and trying to get JDRs accessible outside of the traditional users so you have better insight throughout the entire process. Second area is process automation. Lyle mentioned this a fair bit, and so did Paul. And the poll in the keynote was 70% of our customers are doing something in the area of process automation, which I think is great. This really is geared towards removing repetitive tasks out of the system, tasks that employees are doing that could be done automated, so you're removing costs and freeing resources up to do something different. It's removing errors out of the system. It's enabling you to compress cycles from screen to screen is one, but more importantly, removing friction out of that process. A great example of this that Keith mentioned is that automated close. Be able to close a month-end close instead of all your accountants and people having to work overtime for 2 weeks. Have your books closed within a day or two at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter. Again, automating processes, removing that friction. And the third is make it easy to integrate. We realize our customers have different technologies, different solutions that they want to integrate with. That could be from homegrown systems to cloud applications to other technologies. And the goal with our digital transformation or digital platform is to be able to integrate into those within days instead of months for big projects to go do that. And that's all being done at that platform level, which is not doing customizations, lowering the IT skill set to go do it and get these done quick and easy in days and weeks instead of months or years. So if we look at what we've delivered in this area, and I'm not going to read everything, and I've just similar to Keith's, this is just a couple of the key areas we've delivered, and it's not meant to be all inclusive. In the area of user experience, I would say that probably the biggest thing we've done here is our form personalization and form extensions within the core JAWS product. We are seeing customers eliminate customizations with this framework, but it's also enabling the business analysts and the users to tailor the experience so it's optimized for how they do their work. If they only need 5 screens on the form, let them only have 5 screens on the form. If they want some type of search, let them tailor the experience, not change the business process. The business processes are still there, but tailor it to optimize their efficiency day to day. They have a better experience and they're more productive. They're more productive with that. We're looking at extending this even more with being able to create new form types on the glass and allow those users to tailor that experience even more in the future. Process automation, let's be serious. I mean, everybody has heard of, hopefully, or has looked at or is leveraging Orchestrator. And Orchestrator has been the driver between our process automation. This has allowed us to move from IT staff having to build out lots of technical code to automate processes, to have the business analysts who know the business process, who know the data, to build out that automation very quickly and easily, having standard lifecycle management, but do it in days. And I think when we look at what's being presented this week, you'll see lots of great examples of that. We're again taking that to the next level in future releases and future quarters with being able to do more logic on the glass to drive that automation and make better business rules with that. Our final area is enterprise integrations. And this is really going back to that standards-based area of making sure that what we deliver is standards-based so we can integrate easily with other systems. And a lot of this is technical, from an OAuth to Open API to REST, things like that. But at the end of the day, the key thing here is we're standards-based, and being standards-based allows us to integrate with other systems very easily and at a very low cost. And you'll see in sessions later this week, customers replacing interfaces and integrations that they took months to go build and redoing it with our technology in days and weeks. And we continue to invest. So the biggest things here is make it easier to get that data and complex data in and out of JD Edwards through Orchestrator in a standard way. So how does this all tie together? Similar to Keith's slide, each one of the components we delivered over the last multiple years has value by itself. But when you start to build these all up together, you have the next generation workflow, for example. When you take Orchestrator along with notifications and messages, you're now removing IT and its technical skill set to go build workflow and empowering the business analysts who are on the front lines, who are working those processes to build out those workflows, tailor them to their processes, and make sure they're driving what they need to drive efficiencies throughout the entire organization. And it's really doing this very quick and easily with each one of these components. We continue to focus in on this area, and if you look forward in the next couple quarters, there'll be a web-based workflow modeler logic on the glass to, again, drive more rules and more capabilities, better rich text messages coming out via text or email or notifications to drive those actions. So again, key thing for everybody to remember is the sum is greater than each individual feature. Each feature is important and adds value, but there's more to it than just that. So where are we taking the product? We've talked about our frameworks. We're going further and deeper and quicker into this low code, no code framework. Really, the goal here is remove specialized IT skill sets to drive process automation or tailor business processes or create new logic to meet changing market demands and opportunities. Because while there's been lots of change in the last 12 to 18 months with the pandemic, we believe coming out of the pandemic, there's going to be a flood of opportunities, new markets, new opportunities to go to. And we don't want our customers to have to wait for IT resources and skills to be there. So you're going to see us even go further and deeper into low code, no code, doing everything on the glass, no customizations to remove those barriers for continuous innovation and adoption. So look for a lot more to come in this area because we see this as the industry trend that we're leveraging that's driving innovation with our customers. So if we look to see what's being presented this week, there's well over 50 sessions this week on Orchestrator, digital platform, and our user experience. We talk to customers all the time. Some people get a little stymied of where to begin with different ideas. Go to these sessions. All these customers started small to solve an individual problem and built momentum upon that. So again, lots of great sessions. Can't attend all of them live. Watch the recordings. Last area of investment that we have is in the area of system automation. And this is really meant to support our other two areas. Our goal within system automation is to remove cost and friction out of running JD Edwards. The resources can be freed up in IT to partner with the business to meet those opportunities and challenges. So if we look at where we're investing in this area, you'll see some things that repeat over and over again. Again, enterprise class infrastructure. We are continuing to have an open platform strategy. Don't want to let anybody not think that we don't, but we are also leveraging Oracle's investment and where the industry has gone into infrastructure, which is standardization, cloud infrastructure on x86 hardware, standards-based. That includes both the hardware, but also the database cloud services and the other PaaS services on top of that. Because when we talk to our customers, running and managing a data center is not their core competency. What we're seeing our customers do is get out of the data center business, let Oracle provide that data center business, and the customers who have moved to OCI are seeing better performance, but more importantly, higher availability, and getting new requirements like DR, disaster recovery covered with that. So again, we're investing in this area. Efficient run and maintain, similar to what Keith talked about on application optimization. We are listening to our customers and our partners of what we can do to remove manual repetitive tasks and improve the system administration. And the ultimate goal here is to have IT partnering with the business and have those repetitive tasks on the system admin side done automatically and at very low cost. And the goal of both of those is to enable our customers to have continuous adoption. Because if the barriers for our customers to leverage the new application feature functionality or the digital platform is too high, that investment is wasted, to be honest with you. So we continue to look at making it easy for our customers to adopt and leverage all the great investments that Keith talked about on the application side and also on the digital platform side. So if we look at what we've done in this area, on the infrastructure piece, the main thing we've done here is, again, leverage OCI. And we've built out our automation for public cloud on cloud infrastructure. And that's because we can leverage and have access to the underlying APIs, underlying components to automate processes. And that goes from provisioning a new target there or upgrading to OCI via one click, but also installing a reference architecture, which we test with every single one of our releases on a quarterly basis, and it's optimized for availability and performance. We're looking at even doing more in the area of infrastructure, and that's really getting the value out of cloud, and that's the ability to scale up and scale down very easily and maximize that ROI, shutting down servers when you're not needing them. But more importantly, what we've seen in the pandemic, some of our customers had spikes in usage and needed additional capacity. Spin that up within minutes to handle that capacity. And effective run and maintain, one of the key things that was driven out of this user group was better management, scalability, and throughput on our batch jobs. With Tools 925, we delivered virtual batch queues. It allows batch jobs to automatically run across different servers where there's capacity and throughput to handle that increased workload. So again, it makes it easier for admins to manage those batch jobs and users to access that capability with increased performance, increased scalability. So something, again, driven by this group. We continue to invest in this area and really getting into more proactive administration with alerting and notification on the run and maintain. So admins aren't watching things at 3 in the morning. They get notified if there's an issue. Continuous adoption, again, we started with 9.2 with the simplified upgrade to make it easy for customers to get to 9.2, and we continue to drive that more and more with removing customizations through our extensibility framework and form extension, but also looking what we can do in the future to help automate and reduce the cost of validating the system as you apply that new innovation. So again, lots of value there today, more coming with each one of our tools updates and maintenance packs as they come out on a quarterly basis. And if we look again, one of the things that we talk to customers is, how does this all tie together? So in the area of continuous adoption, from simplified upgrade to one-click provisioning to user-defined objects, our goal has been reduce the cost of customers getting to the latest release and being able to leverage the new capabilities there. And that's all done so our customers can meet changing market demands. And so if you look at this, we've delivered a lot since 9.2 moving forward, and look for a lot of great new things coming forward in the area of being able to deploy application improvements without any downtime. And so you can get those new capabilities without any business disruption. So we're very excited about that. Finally, where are we taking the product? Similar to the other areas, want to leverage the digital technologies out there to get to the point where the system is managing itself. Free up IT resources altogether from running and maintaining the system, let them go solve business challenges and explore how new technologies as blockchain, machine learning can create competitive advantages with the business, and let the system run itself. Let the system identify when it can be tuned or where it needs to be tuned. Let the system identify when is the right time to put down an innovation pack with zero business disruption. Let the system scale up and scale down automatically based upon machine learning of patterns of usage and when the system sees an increase or decrease of workload. So again, lots of opportunities here with the ultimate goal is to drive innovation with the business while reducing the cost of running JD Edwards. And we have customers doing this today. So again, go attend the sessions. If you're not on tools, if you're not on apps 9.2, go to the sessions on how easy is it to get to 9.2, because that is weeks and months for customers to upgrade to 9.2, no longer multi-year projects. But also figure out, see what our customers are doing to drive down the cost of running and maintaining EnterpriseOne, because we have lots of great success stories out there. So Keith, is it time for another poll?
I believe it is.
Perfect.
All right. So Jeff and I have talked about 3 areas that we are out there researching and looking to make big investments in. And we're just curious of the importance in your organization of these. So if you wouldn't mind ranking these in order of importance to your organization. So I talked about embedded analytics. Jeff talked about low code, the no code platform, and system managing the system. So I'll give you guys a minute to take care of that.
Okay, and I can actually see the results as they come in, Keith. So
awesome.
Right now, with nearly 50%, it's low code, no code platform. And then system managing system and embedded analytics are fairly equal after that. So give another minute here.
Okay.
About another second.
I think you had a head start on the low code, no code platform. It's unfair.
It's not cheating if you leverage the advantages that you have. So again, yeah,
all right,
I think
let
that's
me wrap
we're
that
looking
up
at
then.
45. Yep.
Okay, great. So low code, no code at 45%, system management system at 32%, embedded analytics 23, 24%. To me, that means that each of those areas is pretty valuable to our customer base. So I look forward to our investments in these areas going forward. So we gave, we covered a lot. It's kind of like, spraying with a fire hose of information. So what are your next steps? Where do you go from here? I want to leave you with a few things. First, don't forget to take advantage of Oracle support. It's more than just entering tickets, reporting bugs. It's, they've got a library, a huge library of best practice documents, of frequently asked questions. They spend a lot of time meeting with customers from many different industries. They've answered tons of questions. They have a lot of experience and can certainly help you with helping, configure, a certain aspect of JD Edwards to meet your requirements. So don't forget about, about leveraging them from those types of things. Also, don't forget about proactive support. So if you have a go live or you're implementing a new module or new feature, reach out to support, give them, your timeline, let them know your dates, and, they get together with us in development, and we work together just to make sure that, we can help ensure, your success on that project. Also, don't forget to communicate, your product requirements to us. They'll likely end up on a future roadmap slide in the coming years. We'd love to get your ideas, your feedback, and your input on what's important to you in your organization. So a lot of ways to leverage support going forward. Now, also, Learn JDE. We talk a lot about learnjde.com. It is our development portal. It's our customer-facing development portal where we put a ton of information, updating information out here every week. You can find, I think Lyle mentioned the announcement this morning. You can find that out here. That's a picture of it here, image of it. You can find learning paths, Oracle by examples. There's information to help you get started in a functional area, understanding what it's all about, information to help you implement, use applications and tools features. There's whole sections on Orchestrator, on notifications, the extensibility framework, that and a ton more. You can also find, the product catalog, technical catalog, lifetime support policy. I'm sure I'm missing a ton of things, but there, you can get lost for a few weeks out here. So do yourself a favor, get familiar with the site and stay connected. Speaking of staying connected, we'd like for you to stay connected with us, via the various social channels. So whether it's Twitter or LinkedIn or watching some of our videos on YouTube, connecting through support, or leveraging and connecting with the Quest Oracle community. Guaranteed you can learn something new every single week by staying connected with these channels. So we wanted to leave you with 3 things today, 3 thoughts. So first, engage. Engage with the community to help drive your organization's success. Stay connected through Quest, through your user groups and SIGs, learn from your peers. And, importantly, it's not just this week, it's throughout the year. Now, there certainly are a lot of opportunities this week. We highly encourage you to attend sessions, and meet with the JD Edwards team. Our team has over 30 sessions that we're presenting this week, and your peers have many, many more than that. There's a lot of great information, opportunities for you to connect. Second, adopt a continuous innovation mindset. Develop a strategy and dedicate your team to delivering innovation to your set of users on an ongoing basis. As a matter of fact, Jeff has a session, I believe it's tomorrow, totally dedicated to continuous innovation.
I'm not sure. Yes, it's tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Please attend.
Okay. Selfless promotion. Yeah, so that would be a great session for everyone to attend. I highly recommend that. And last, share your success with your peers. We all know that innovation and success feeds off each other, drives new innovation, drives new success. So you are, really an important part of this process. So I guarantee that if you engage with your peers, execute on innovation, and then share your success, do the whole feedback loop, that you're going to get ideas back to your organization that really even take it to even a greater level of success. Really, in the end, the whole ecosystem benefits from this. All right. So we want to thank you for attending. Hope that you have a great week. Attend as many sessions as possible. Jeff and I will be out there attending and, looking forward to engaging with you. Reach out to us if you'd like to chat or like to meet with us. And good luck this week. Hope you have a great time and have a great week. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Everybody have a great week.